like a month and some change away from the beginning of fall semester of my sophomore year, and I thought, why not do a freshman year recap? We're gonna go all the way from August to where everything went wrong. And I know that I have a bunch of incoming freshmen watching this because you guys show the most support to my videos, and I love helping you guys. I'm just gonna go through my snap memories because they literally hold all of the nights I don't remember. And let's get into this video. August. Wow, I think I left to move in probably like August 21st or something like that. I know that for my scholarship we had to move in like a few days earlier than everybody else because we had like programs and stuff to do. We had to get like to know the campus and things like that. Like we had a whole bunch that we had to do. So my freshman year I lived in Beaver Hall in Pollock, which is the humble side of campus, to say the least. And I'm not gonna lie, when we left I did kind of cry. I shed a few tears like before we left the house because I had like this big corner full of stuff in my living room for like months, and then one day it was all just like gone, and like my presence was like completely removed from the house. Like it looked like I had never even lived there. I was like, damn, my family's about to be so bored without me. And then after moving we had like welcome week and all of that, where everybody has like their tables for information about orgs and clubs and stuff you can get involved in. They give like a bunch of free stuff. I think last year they were giving out metal straws, cups, bags and stuff like that. They're never probably gonna give you anything else aside from welcome week, so take advantage. And then after welcome week, well, my birthday is August 31st, right? So my birthday is always going to be the first week of classes. But baby, I brought in my birthday so solid because on my birthday was the first football game, the first function. It was awesome. The first party of the year. Let's talk about that. It was so fun, and it was like the ultimate welcome party because everybody was there, and they threw it in Alumni Hall, which is one of the larger halls on campus, and it was full. People were ready, honey. It was silly week. You had the frats and sororities strolling. Everybody was dancing, freshmen, juniors, seniors, all of them. Oh, and sophomores, my bad. Everybody was having a good time. And then it's like you blinked and you were suddenly in September. September was probably the one and only month that I was like chilling before like got real. There was the Joe Bros concert. Like, first of all, listen, I'm a girl who listens to everything. So Joe Bros, you know I was in there. And Nick Jonas looks delectable in a suit. I also got to spend a whole bunch of time with my friends because classes weren't difficult yet. Like I had a nice schedule personally. Like yeah, September there was a whole lot of twerking in the street, dancing in the rain, football games on football games. September was just really lighthearted. It was so lighthearted and so fun. Probably one of my favorite months, like in like the entirety of my freshman year, was September. It was like it was fast. Like September flew by. It was just so fun. Like that's all I can really say about it. As for classes, like the difficulty wasn't too intense. The lecturing was easy and stuff. The professors were still getting to know us. I think STEM majors are the only majors that really like deep dive immediately, but I'm in the College of Com, so yeah. And then October came. October. Okay, so for starters, that's when it started to get chilly outside. I mean, I'm from New York City, so the cold never bothered me anyway. Oh, but there's also this guy, and he like makes seafood platters. Like he visits campuses and he'll like cook in somebody's kitchen and he sells platters, and they are delicioso. I think his thing is like Kyle's Ultimate Seafood, and he comes like usually in like October. Yeah, he came once fall semester and then once spring. But in October, that was the first time he came, and it was the bomb. So if you can cut from him, I highly recommend it. We got involved with this club, or like this org called Charge, which is like an all-female workout group. It's really cool. You get to do a bunch of workouts and stuff with some really empowering women. We did like rock climbing. We did like a dance class. We did cycling. Like we were out here sweating together, and that is true friendship. I also had my lip busted in October. Yeah, let's talk about that. So as I said, there's a lot of nights that I don't really remember. Alcohol. One of my friends got really drunk and she was running down the hallway, and I'm not really sure how I got caught in the middle of this, but she ran into me, her forehead banged into my lip, my tooth split my lip, and I was walking around with a fat lip for like 2 weeks. But you know, college. My friends and I also prank called a sex hotline.
Hi, my name is Jenna Marbles. I'm
What are these
a
names?
young
And we learned that there are a lot of sexually frustrated old men awaiting calls from young women. And then came Halloween. Except we celebrated Halloween in November. So at school we call it Halloweekend because it's the whole weekend. And on Halloween day, Shania convinced me to go to a pan-Hellenic frat party with her. You'll understand what I mean by this if you go Google that word. It was an experience. I'm glad that I did it because, well, at least I can say I did it. But it's not my scene. There was a lot of strangers kissing strangers and beer. Then fast forward to the actual party that everybody was looking forward to. People were out for Halloween day, but like people were actually looking forward to Saturday, which was gonna be the actual Halloween, should I call it, because that's when everybody had like no work to do. And Anja, Nana, and I wore the SWAT team. We're probably the cutest SWAT team ever. And surprisingly enough, we didn't see any other SWAT team members. I was really scared about accidentally twinning with like 16 other girls, and we didn't. Hey. And we went to a party thrown by CSA, which is the Caribbean Student Association, and it was probably the party of the year, honestly. And there were a lot of parties, but that had to be the best party. It was so fun. Some of my other friends had great costumes. Like my friend Darius was a shirtless ninja. My friend Mike, well, I'm not sure what he was.
The girl shit, this sucks. What is going on?
You try to get Nick.
And my friend Keyshawn tried to be Aaron Rodgers, but really looked like an off-brand Steve Harvey. So, and then came Thanksgiving, and we had to go back home. But instead, I went to go and visit some of my friends on their campus. Katie and Amika, my best friends. I can't wait until they can come see me next year, and we can do a repeat. After Thanksgiving break, we went back to school, and Alyssa and I had went back to school earlier because we wanted to make the most out of our season passes. We had season tickets for the football game, so you know we had to be there because they were expensive. And we also got to see Doja Cat live, and she is thick. Mama is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. And I know that she was a little trife not too long ago, but booty is booty. And then me and some of my other friends had a blindfolded pillow fight, which was amazing and incredibly dangerous. But I highly recommend that you guys try it either way. And not too long before Christmas break, we had the Ashe Awards, which is thrown by Black Caucus. And basically, it's an award ceremony to give awards to students involved in the Black community, things like that. It was so fun. Everybody gets dressed up and everybody looks so good. And I'm sad because I don't think there's going to be one this year. And then came January. January was a month. On one hand, there was a lot of drama that I'm not gonna get into, but on the other hand, there was a lot of functions. There was this one party in particular where there was a pole in the middle of the room and some guy got up on it and started twerking their cheeks, and I was like, hey, hey, hey. But January also flew by for the most part because we came back from winter break probably like January 11th or 15th, something like that, and then we had Silly Week and then classes. Like January was over pretty quick too. So we can just jump into February. We made broom stand up. There was like this one day in particular, if you guys remember, where NASA was like, yeah, something with science is making brooms stand by themselves, and it worked. And then came Valentine's Day, which expense alone. Ew. And then came Thon, and Thon is held in the Bryce Jordan Center. It's this huge event where people raise money for children suffering from pediatric cancer. You have like the bystanders, which is what me and my friends were, and then you had the people who were like dancing for the Thon to raise money where they could not sit for like 48 hours. That's a different kind of determination, and honestly, they are superheroes. And then came State Patties. State Patties, man, it was just a league in its own. I've had some nights, like some crazy nights, but this whole weekend was just one that was insane. So the first night of State Patties, my friends and I went to this party thrown by Beds Entertainment, which is this org. They throw great parties, and the night was going swell until some random person ran up to me and they're like, "You're Azi, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like who's looking for me?" And they were like, "Yeah, bro, your friends are in the bathroom and they don't look good." And I'm like, "My friends?" Because I was sitting next to the group that I came with. So I'm like, who are they talking about? So I get up, I go to the bathroom. It was a horror movie. Like, it was a show. I'm not gonna name them because these are still my homegirls, and you know what happens to the best of us. But I walked in, there was vomit everywhere. I kind of like, I don't know, I jumped into like fix it mode, I guess. You know how all of us have that like instinctive kind of thing within us where we're just like, all right, we're gonna like diffuse the situation and make this better. You know what I'm saying? So I went in, helped clean out some vomit, helped clean them up, took them home, made sure that they were good. All in all, they were safe. And then we go on to night 2. I had some guests come to visit me that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I was like, you know what, we gotta hang out. And they were like, yeah, of course, like, bet. They came up, night was going cool, and then we started pre-gaming. And we'll call my guest Fish. So Fish had brought his friend, and his friend came up feeling perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden fell like gravely ill. And I say gravely ill because that is the only way I can even explain it. Like, one second he was fine, and then he was like, I don't feel good, like I can't go out. And he like laid on my bed, and I was like, okay, you can stay here, it's whatever. And then Fish was like, oh yeah, I'm still going out, I don't care about what friend over here is doing, I'm still going out. So he was like, okay, cool. Fish pregame just a little bit too hard, and on our way to the party that inevitably got shut down, we're sitting in the car in an Uber. We're sitting in an Uber, and I noticed that Fish is just a little too quiet. One second we're driving, and the next second Fish just like projectile vomits everywhere. And I was shook because I'm just like, there's vomit in my lap. It was so unreal. And then never mind the fact that there were other people in the Uber too. But you know what? I was just like, it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. It hasn't happened to me, but God forbid it does one day. I hope somebody treats me like I treated Fish, because I was like, you know what, Fish? It's all good. I was like, you know what? We're gonna get back to my room. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's gonna be fine. We'll get you a trash bag. Like, you could take a shower. You'll be great. I won't tell anybody about this, and you don't have to tell anybody about this. Even though I'm telling people about this. Y'all don't know who Fish is. We get back to my dorm, and Fish just like, he's literally running away from me because he's so embarrassed. And I'm like, bro, it's okay. Like, I've known Fish all my life. So we're not strangers. It's like, you don't have to be afraid. They left the next day because they had other things to do, but long story short, my State Patties, I need a do-over. And then we get to March. One second we were leaving for spring break thinking we were only going to be gone for 2 weeks, and the next thing you know, we're gone for 5+ months. Just tell me how that makes sense. Like, at what point in science did that make sense? After March, I didn't even get the whole month of March. After like the beginning of March, maybe like March 10th, everything just became a black hole. I don't remember anything after March. Yeah, you know, y'all know how it went. Y'all lived it. We went on to Zoom. Zoom classes were cool because all I had to do was roll over and go to class. Everybody just stopped caring for the most part. Professors included. Professors, students, President Barron, everybody just stopped caring. And I hope that this upcoming semester can be as amazing as freshman year was. for the little bit that we did have it. I hope that I can get the entirety of my sophomore year, because this is not what I signed up for. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoyed. I know that this year isn't what we expected it to be, but hopefully it gets better. I have faith that it'll all get better. And wear a mask. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. As for those of you who are interested in my sugar daddy series, the second episode is fully recorded, it's edited, all it needs to be is posted, and for some reason I've been procrastinating it. I don't know why, but it will be out soon. And thank you, I love you, and see you soon. Bye.